We have a series of food shortage reports for you guys. We have a very in-depth deep dive in what's going on in Scotland, and it's not good. And it also, a lot of that's going to be referencing what's going on in surrounding countries. We have a number of reports coming from you guys from around the United States about shelves, stores, what's going on with those type of things, and we will wrap things up with a report from a manager of a store of what's going on in their grocery store from the ordering side. They've been ordering products and why they aren't getting what they're getting, and what they wish they were getting more of, what they can't get. That is a very insightful thing that I'm sure you guys would like to hang around for, so don't miss out. All right, let's jump over to Scotland real fast. Hang in there because this is a little bit in-depth, but I think this is all extremely valuable stuff. Firstly, we are having a crisis due to the trash not being picked up for many weeks. Scotland, of course, is north of England. It's on that same island, for those of you who don't know. But so Scotland, so they have trash. The trash at our house and all up and down our street is an absolute disaster. This is in a region where the plague, the Black Plague, once spread by rodents. You'd think Scotland would know better, but the refuse collectors are on strike. We have resorted to burning our own trash, but unless everyone around us does that too, we will still have a problem with rats. In my opinion, it feels like society is deliberately being destroyed. They are using the unions to encourage people to strike, and the result is a complete shutdown of the services we need to remain a civilized country. I live in the outskirts of Edinburgh. Things are rationed at most all stores. Okay, you may not have heard that before. I had not heard that, but in Scotland, most things are being rationed. Things in extremely low supply include canned meats. If you can find it, it's spiking in price everywhere. Hickory smoked Spam is £35 per can, which is ridiculous, if you try to buy it online. Corned beef and regular Spam are hard to find and no longer cheap enough to make it possible to stock up. You can't afford it, and it's being rationed. So, as I've been saying, folks, they're a little further down the road than where we are in the United States, but listen to this. When the door closes, you may not be able to stock up later. You need to stock up now while you still can. The door seems to have almost closed on the people in Scotland. And even if you can't afford it, the store limits you to between 2 to 10 per customer, so it's impossible now to be a prepper in Scotland. It's nearly too late to begin for those who are just now waking up. Harrogate, one of the most popular bottled water companies in the UK, can no longer be found on Amazon, where they used to sell 24 bottles for about £10. Before they ran out of the water online, the price spiked. But some vendors are continuing to charge like £10 per bottle if you were even lucky enough to find it for sale. We order groceries normally online. Most of the stores update the prices overnight. So they have been adding on the extra expense to your automated payment method when they know the prices are changing on the items in your cart. Most orders are increasing £20 to £50 per cart overnight. To avoid this, one must get up very early and order for the same-day delivery, which those delivery slots are getting harder to secure because everyone else has figured out this is the only way to stop your cart from going up in price. You catch that? So the price is going to go up past midnight, so if the night before you order it to pick up the next day, by the time you get there, the price has already gone up, so they just change the price upward. The food that does arrive is sometimes already rotten. My last order had rotting potatoes, carrots, and sweet potatoes. It's almost as if the food has been sitting around someplace for a long time before getting distributed. Powdered milk is spiking out of control. Something for you guys to think about stocking up on. Powdered milk. It is priced so high that most families will not be able to buy it in bulk. UHT milk, which I believe is the ultra-pasteurized milk that comes in like cardboard boxes, long shelf life, is limited to 10 liters per order, making it very hard to stock up. A lot of people are picking up plant protein powdered shake mixes, and they have been flying off the shelf and on Amazon as well. They're spiking in prices. Smaller bags are, and is nothing left except for the unflavored options. Another popular item that we've been trying to stock up on is greens powder. Shakes that are organic and full of vitamins and minerals. The high volume options are sold out. What is left are the smaller bags, and it's hit or miss on a good price. It might still be possible to stock up in bulk by combining brands, but it's going to cost about 6 to 10 times more doing it this late. It's hard to find bulk sugar, but it can still be done. It is nearly impossible to stock up on canned foods and soups because the rationing is full force on those items now too. All over-the-counter medicine is being rationed. You can only buy 2 boxes of ibuprofen at a time, for example, and each box might have 8 to 16 pills. Nasal spray, antibiotic cream, cough syrup, eye drops, everything. It's all being rationed. If you try to put it in your cart, it removes the extra automatically at checkout. No matter who you buy from online, the delivery is a gamble. You might get your order as usual, but chances are you might never get it either. Or it will be damaged, or only a partial order. There's no explanation for this reduction in service, as it happens no matter who the carrier is. Some are speculating that the delivery people are starting to lift the items they want or purposefully damaging packages in order to keep the spoils. Of course, only speculation, but that's how bad the deliveries have been. This is from a gentleman in Illinois now. I was curious how much our natural gas rates have increased. What I found is Illinois has a .gov page for this. 517% increase from 2 years ago. 234% increase from just 1 year ago. Gas prices are up here in the United States too. You're hearing it. Not as much as Europe, but it's moving up. Debbie went into Family Dollar the other day. 2 aisles of products were missing. Nearly zero supplements, vitamins, or over-the-counter medications. I live in Iowa. Peter says, where I live, the factory workers have now been forced to work night shift. Meanwhile, they shut down the plant during the daytime to save on energy bill. The price for energy here varies based on demand, so during the night when most sleep, it's cheaper electricity. Yes, it sounds like a dystopian future, but folks, that is where we're moving. Because when you work for people who think that's a great idea, they will enact those ideas. Mad Max says, suburb near Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I think I may have seen your movie. Food stores seem pretty much normally stocked with miscellaneous items missing here and there, but nothing major that I can see. Didn't specifically check sugar or flour, but those aisles didn't seem to be lacking anything. What is starting to go missing is certain hardware and other such supplies, spray paint cans especially. We had a spray paint can shortage last year about this time, didn't we? And electrical equipment. My brother works in commercial building management repair and said a major electrical supplier he regularly purchases from ran out of all the basic electrical connectors, ballasts for neon lights, and he grabbed the last reel of commercial shielded wire they had. Other shelves were very slim and bare for commonly purchased items, so prep not only for food, but also for regularly needed items like common hardware items, saw blades, grinding discs, nuts and bolts, oil and air filters for your car, as well as oil and antifreeze and wiper blades, etc., etc. There should be some commas in there, I think. If you think you'll be needing these common items in your next year or two, buy them now. Marissa in Tomball, Texas, speaking about Kroger. No potatoes, short on powdered milk. Another place short on powdered milk, huh? Not just Scotland. Peanut butter, oats, little bit of beans and rice, few bags. Got Spam, but only a few cans left. Meat was through the roof. 5MS says, in Ringe, New Hampshire. You mentioned the shortage of white vinegar. Yes, I had 1 gallon in my Walmart online cart this morning. I went back to finish my order online, and they were out of white vinegar gallons. I checked out other stores and Amazon. Geesh, ridiculous prices. So I ran over to the Shaws in my area, expecting them not to have any in stock, but they did. Low supply, total of 9-gallon jugs, of which one was already opened, of course, and only half full. So 8 good gallons. I had to kneel down on the floor to reach them and check the price, $3.49 each. Yes, I bought a few and no problem purchasing them. I do canning, so I do need these. Cherry's Pick says, I guess pineapple is a shortage. When I went to Panda and ordered sweet fire chicken, the employee told me that the dish didn't have any pineapple, that there is a shortage on it. Here in Texas. Donna says, the stores I shop at are like the ones I see here. Today I went to spend a $20 gift card I received at Christmas. So she shops at like Walmarts and Aldi's and stuff like that. But she got a gift card at Christmas. The store was called Giant, so it's like a name brand supermarket. Here in Maryland and in a rich neighborhood. I couldn't believe the difference in the store. The shelves were loaded. The vegetables and fruits looked real nice and plenty of them. Now the prices were high, but there was plenty. See how it works? The rich have plenty because they have money when us regular people don't. Steven says, no broad beans and etc. in the UK. Weather has been too hot. Only small crops. They must keep a percentage of the crops for seeds for next year, so not sure if this was possible this year. Christine, of course, they've been baked by a really bad heat wave over there that's gotten Germany, it's gotten France over there. Food shortages over there and empty shelves are going to be coming from all those crops that were lost. Christine says, my local Minnesota store also has no white rice. I have to get there when the doors open to get bread. It's all gone by noon. Limit 2. We're hearing that more and more, aren't we? Limits. Flour and sugar low. Canned tomato products are disappearing fast and everything is jumping in price. My local Walmart had my favorite ramen, a 4-pack for $4.23. That's too much for ramen, folks. I went back a week later and it's now $7.44. And this is the final one, which is the managers. Paul Susan, husband and wife. Good morning, Steve. I'm a store manager at Maynard's Food Center in South Dakota. Got our weekly order on Monday. Second time in 2 weeks. All Halloween cookies were cut this week. Store brand, which is Best Choice, sugar was also cut along with many, many other items. Having a hard time getting chocolate milk. I know, we're hearing from people constantly in the comment section, there's no food shortage. There's no problem. Then why am I listening to a store manager saying he can't get things that he's ordering? Pay attention, folks. Pay attention, folks. Having a hard time getting chocolate milk. They're sending less than I ordered, and they're adjusting the amounts, as well as substituting for different sizes and smaller that we don't even sell. Pasta is also getting short on hand. Eggs also went up 50 cents per dozen for store brand, which is best choice. Now sitting at $3.35 per dozen. Haven't been able to get top ramen chicken flavor. Having a hard time getting rice. We've been saying that, folks. We've been saying that. Having a hard time getting rice. Third week in a row, cannot get canned cat food. Friskies, Ocean Blend canned cat food. Can't get it. Also many other items. This is really, really affecting my senior customers who are on set incomes and don't really like buying different brands. One last thing. We can't get good help that will work. Both my husband and I worked 14 days straight because people just won't show up to work. Believe it or not, we are now hiring older people as they are much more reliable. And I'm talking 65 years old plus. We even have an 80-year-old lady who faces our store. Goes around, faces the product. She is slow, but she shows up to work and completes the job. Have a blessed day, everyone. Folks, that's what you're hearing out there. There are real food shortages. The distribution networks, the supply chain is broken in many places. And the people who are doing the ordering are seeing real problems, folks. Make sure you're stocking up. Take care of your family. Take care of the people that you care about. Stock up now. If you like this video, you might want to check out this video right here. Otherwise, I will see you later. Steve Poplar, out.